How's it, YouTube? So I've got this I've got this recording that we did here in my studio. I've got a beat here that was produced by the rapper himself, Scotty G, and we recorded his vocals here in studio, and we got a really nice sound for his vocals, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. So I'm gonna play this part. It's the hook of the song, and I've got a before the track there that you can see is muted. That's the before and after sort of vibe, and got some effects going on here that I'll run through. So yeah, let's have a listen.
Hey, ride around the city, I don't need a Uber. I be on a hype you could never get used to. And damn, I fall in love with me when I'm up. But I can't trust you niggas, you ain't real enough. I know I left the city, but I'm back now. We just gon' keep sipping till we pass out. Drunk driving in my Uber, yeah, yeah. Uber, yeah, yeah. Uber, yeah, yeah. Hey.
Cool, yeah, I think it's sounding pretty good. It's really like a catchy sort of mainstream commercial hook, but it's cool though. I really like it. So first of all, yeah, I'll get to the effects now. But first of all, this the track was, or the vocals were pitch corrected, and I do that using Newtone. So you simply take your vocal recording, and if you click there and you go pitch correct sample, it'll open it up in Newtone. If I hold in Alt and I scroll up, zoom in like that, Control and scroll up and zoom in like that. So yeah, this vocal has already been done. So you can literally take every single word or vowel or whatever it is, and move it to where you want it to be. It's like, yeah, pitch correction, like auto-tuning, but you can't even really hear it. Yeah, I'll do a video on Newtone. It's not really what this video is about, but anyway, so that's the process. I know Melodyne can also do this, but yeah, we use Newtone. And then I should probably, yeah, just to give you an idea what it sounds like before this recording over here is the vocal before it's been pitch corrected or Newtoned, if you will. I'm just gonna disable the effects. Here we go.
Ride around the city, I don't need a Uber. I be on a hype you could never get used to. And damn, I fall in love with me when I'm up. But I can't trust you niggas, you ain't real enough.
Cool, yeah, so that's a pretty good vocal recording. Slightly pitchy, obviously, because he's not really a singer, he's more of a rapper, although he is pretty good at singing. That was like his first take, but we don't really bother with getting a perfect take because we know he's just gonna make it sound perfect anyway. So yeah, here's the Newtone recording.
Ride around the city, I don't need a Uber. I be on a hype you could never get used to. And damn, I fall in love with me when I'm up. But I can't trust you niggas, you ain't real enough.
Yeah, so if you've got an ear for sort of like music notes and stuff like that, you should be able to hear that the second one was in key the whole time, especially with that part over there where he does a little, goes down like that. Yeah, big difference. Cool. So let's have a run through the effects. I use the limiter just to do nothing because it's, yeah. Yeah, the limiter is not doing anything. I used it earlier in the project to boost the volume just a bit, but it's not doing anything at the moment. So the thing that I think is like a bit of a trick is not only is the vocals pitch corrected, but I'm also running it through Pitcher, which gives it that auto-tune sound as well, which is something that we sort of went for, or I at least sort of went for here. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird, like we're in a place in music where it's kind of cool if it has that auto-tune sound. So that's what this is for. The thing is, if you use Pitcher without having the vocals pitch corrected, the vocals might jump around, because if you know how Pitcher works, it sort of takes the melody and then shifts it to the nearest note of the key of the project. Obviously, I've already selected the key F sharp minor, which then selects the notes that are in that key, and then we'll make the vocal jump to any note in that key. So if the note is like hovering at around C, it'll make it jump to C sharp, you know, or whatever. But if the vocals aren't pitch corrected, then it's like a bit crazy. It's like all over the place, and yeah, we don't really want that. So there's that. you could have had a similar effect if you just in Newtone turned down the variation. Then you would have also had like the Autotune sound. But yeah, that's just how we went with it here. Yeah, you can play with the speed knob. Speed on fast will be like super Autotune sound, and the lower you go, the less Autotune it will sound. Yeah. So from there on, it's just parametric EQ, ducking out the low mids. I do this to almost every vocal recording I work with, depending on it's obviously situational, but almost always. Yeah, high pass filter and ducking low mids. Then I run it into Maximus, which I use as a multiband compressor. Let me show you how that's compressed there. I'm going to play the vocal.
Hey, ride around the city, I don't need a Uber. I be on a hype you could never get used to. And they might fall in love with me when I'm up. But I can't trust you niggas, you ain't real enough.
So what I'm doing there is I'll play back the recording and I'll look at the input volume and try to find sort of an average.
No, I was the best since. Hey, ride around the city, I don't need a Uber. I be on a hype you.
So I'll try and find an average like sort of input volume and then use that as the threshold, and then just bring down the ratio till I feel like the vocals are like compressed nicely. Obviously this is something that's overdone. Like, don't do that. Don't flat ceiling it. Just, yeah. Obviously this is also situational, but just using a multiband compressor is amazing. Like, so compressing the mids and highs individually, and then the master as well, using that technique that I just told you about, taking the average volume and then using it as a ratio, etc., etc. I tend to ignore the low band because it's so like insignificant. Because of the high pass, there's almost no lows, and the bit that there is definitely doesn't need compressing. You could turn it down a bit if you want, if it's too much. Depends on the recording. Yeah. That's pretty much it. And then I've got some slight delay and slight reverb that comes on. The delay comes on only in the hook. So I've got some verse vocals there where the delay is turned off, as you can see, and then the delay comes on for the hook. Yeah, I think it's sounding pretty good. I think it's a catchy song. Yeah, the song's called Uber by Scotty G. Yeah, so.
Yes, we ride around the city. Ride around the city, I don't need a Uber. I be on a hype you could never get used to. And they might fall in love with me when I'm up. But I can't trust you niggas, you ain't real enough. I know I left the city, but I'm back now.
Yeah, so a lot of the projects that I work on end up like this, you know, where it's sort of just a MP3 beat with some vocals recorded over it, and then the mixing is always a funny thing, like, because obviously the reference here is just the beat and then the vocals, like how loud should the vocals be, etc. Like visual, I really like visual sort of help, you know, see how loud, but it's so situational, like it depends.
City, I don't need a Uber. I be on a hype you could never get used to. And they might fall in love with me when I'm up.
Like the vocals might even still be a bit too soft. I'm not really finished with this, although I mean there's not too much to even mix, but you generally want the vocals to be as loud or about 3/4 of the beat's volume. If that makes sense, sort of in that area. But yeah, it depends. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Newtone, those vocals, send them through picture. Obviously having the key of the project selected, and then you get a pretty nice sort of auto-tune sound for your rap vocal. Yeah, I also just wanted to mention, I think I'm 2 subscribers away from hitting 400 subs. So I'll probably do like a little thank you video when that happens. I have no idea where these people come from or why they even would sub to my channel, but I think it's really cool, and I hope to put some good content out on this channel. So thanks for being here and sticking around. Appreciate it.